The Indiana Fever is America's team. The haters, by the time this season is over, their heads are going to have exploded already. They're going to be so angry by the end of this WNBA season. It's going to be hilarious watching the daily meltdown.
Just trying to give myself some grace because I know I'm not the player that I want to be just yet, but also kind of patting myself in the back, telling myself that I'm still doing great.
How does one rookie rewrite an entire league story in a single season? Picture this: 41 out of 44 games on national TV, more than the last two WNBA champions combined. That's not a fluke, that's a full-on takeover. The Indiana Fever, once a forgotten blip in women's hoops, are now the hottest ticket in sports, and the reason's no mystery. Caitlin Clark didn't just arrive, she crashed the party, flipped the table, and made the WNBA her stage. So how did she pull it off, and why are some folks losing their minds over it? Buckle up, because this ride's wilder than you think.
This is great news for women's basketball, period.
She just brings so much passion to the game, and look at all these people that just want to come and see her.
It is no secret that the Indiana Fever are the most popular team in the WNBA. It is good for the entire WNBA.
Rewind a few years and the Fever were basically invisible. Half-empty arenas echoed with the sound of apathy. 4,067 fans per game in 2023 if they were lucky. Networks. They wouldn't touch Indy with a 10-foot pole. The franchise wasn't just struggling, it was on life support. A trivia footnote in a league that barely noticed it existed. Players hustled in front of sparse crowds, and the marketing team might as well have been shouting into the void. That was the Fever's reality until everything changed.
WNBA's attendance had a record-breaking high in 20 years with a total of 2.3 million fans attending games. You know what the increase was from 2024 to 2023 in attendance? 48%. That's massive. That's the Caitlin Clark effect.
Phenomenon, yeah.
If Caitlin Clark gets injured, it's over with. Tom.
Every single one of you WNBA players, you better pray that Caitlin Clark doesn't get injured, because she's keeping your league afloat.
Then came Caitlin Clark. Fresh off shattering every record at Iowa, think 3,951 career points and 2 Final Four runs. She didn't ease into the WNBA. She stormed in, drafted number 1, won in 2024, and turned Gainbridge Fieldhouse into a madhouse overnight. Fans who'd never cared about the Fever were suddenly lining up, jerseys in hand, screaming her name. Her rookie stats? A cool 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds per game. But it wasn't just numbers, it was the vibe. Clark brought a swagger, a Logo 3 swagger that flipped the script. And what happened next would shock everyone.
The recent news that 41 out of the 44 Indiana Fever games will be nationally televised. I do not think a lot of people are understanding just how big that is. That is something that the WNBA players, WNBA media, WNBA fans have been begging for so many years.
The numbers hit like a freight train. Over 340,000 fans flooded Fever home games in 2024, a 39% jump from the ghost town of 2023. League-wide, attendance spiked 48%, topping 2.3 million for the first time in 20 years. 6 teams, Chicago, Dallas, Connecticut, Atlanta, Vegas, Washington, ditched their cozy courts for NBA-sized arenas just to handle her crowds. The Chicago Sky booked the United Center. Dallas begged the Mavericks for space. Connecticut traded Mohegan Sun for TD Garden. This wasn't a trend, it was chaos. Sellout level, revenue exploding chaos. Clark didn't just fill seats, she broke the system.
Caitlin Clark, the people's champion! Let's get it!
That's a deep one.
Bang!
Just announced that Caitlin Clark and the Fever will be playing 41 of 44 games this year on national TV. Hey, come in and watch the other girl, right?
Right? Bang!
Teams are moving their games with the Fever to NBA arenas so they can sell more tickets. How about that?
Bang!
Angel Reese attempted a 3 this deep. I think she might dislocate her shoulder.
Bang!
You want some butter with that bread? Butter. Butter.
Butter pecan! Bang!
Let's rewind the clock.
TV execs saw dollar signs and pounced. For 2025, 41 of the Fever's 44 games are slated for national broadcasts, most ever for any WNBA team. The defending champs, the New York Liberty, get 32, the Aces 33. Clark's Fever, they're lapping the field. Networks like ABC, ESPN, CBS, and ION aren't guessing, they're cashing in. Last season, her random regular season games outdrew the finals. 6 networks set ratings records, all tied to her matchup. matchups. This isn't gifted airtime, it's earned with every packed arena and smashed viewership mark. But that wasn't the whole story.
Broadcast this season, ooh-wee, big-time doubleheader. Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, they meet in the season opener.
Indiana Fever put this out. All eyes on us.
With such star power on those teams, it's really no surprise they're atop the list for the most games available for you to check out on a national scale.
Caitlin Clark once again dominates WNBA national TV schedule.
The Fever, they lead the league with 41 games here, followed by the Aces 33, the champion Liberty at 32.
41 of our 44 games are on national television, the most television games in franchise history, the most national television games for a single team in WNBA history. I'm sure this is because of Angel Reese.
Enter Angel Reese, Clark's so-called rival. The media's been shoving this feud down our throats since draft night. Reese's side eyes, vague tweets, and petty jabs fueling the fire. She averaged 13.6 points and 13.1 rebounds. Solid numbers, but Clark's 337 assists and Rookie of the Year trophy cast a long shadow. Reese's fans point to her double-doubles. Clark's point to her rewriting history. The Sky Fever clashes, 5 slated for 2025, get hyped like a soap opera, but it's no contest on the court. Reese might stir the pot, but Clark's cooking the meal, and the tension's only heating up.
Caitlin Clark, what she's doing doesn't minimize what they've done, but we should have been giving her the credit. We saw the ratings, we saw the merchandise sales, we saw the attendance, but y'all want to make it about something else. Oh, what about the women that laid the foundation? What about this? What about it? That ain't got nothing to do with Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is box office. She's doing this. And instead of giving her credit, y'all tried to make it about, oh, y'all poo-pooing the old guard. Y'all never talked about the old guard like this. Nah, I ain't gonna let it slide.
And let's get real.
Not everyone's cheering though. Old guard fans and some veterans can't stomach her rise. Whispers of media hype and overrated echo online, with Aja Wilson reportedly grumbling about the attention. Critics say she's stealing the spotlight from pioneers who paved the way. But here's the kicker. Clark's not begging for it. She's earning it game by game while the Shade Brigade clutches pearls. Jealousy's brewing and it's spilling over into every Fever headline. Yet the spotlight's not dimming. It's blinding.
These networks are not thinking about hurting feelings. These networks are thinking about how much money can we bring in.
Call it Clarkonomics. An economist pegged her at $36 million in economic juice for Indianapolis alone. Fever Games generated half the WNBA's national TV revenue last season. One rookie, one team. Her jersey, it outsold the entire league combined. A merchandising avalanche. League-wide attendance soared. Ticket sales quadrupled, and the draft she headlined pulled 24 million viewers. 40 times Diana Taurasi's record. This isn't hype. It's a one-woman stimulus plan. Every team cashing in on her visits owes her a cut, but some still won't admit it.
I believe there's actually a debate on who was Rookie of the Year last year. Imagine being that delusional. Bang! People need to understand she saved this league. Powder, there's no TV deals, no ad sponsorships, heck, no shoe deals for you, Angel Reese, no McDonald's money. The league losing millions of dollars each year. She saved them from bankruptcy. Time to be grateful. Bang! 93% of her games on national TV. She's like that. Bang!
Just look at last year.
The haters are squirming, and it's glorious. Teams like the Sky lean on her fame, packing the United Center only when she's in town, yet deny her credit. Reese tosses tantrums about pay, oblivious to who's fattening those checks. Old fans cry about the OGs, but TV execs don't care about feelings. They care about dollars. Clark's obliterating ratings, turning sleepy matchups into must-see events. 6 teams move venues just to keep up, and still, some act like she's a fluke. Denial's a tough look when the receipts are this loud. So what's next? Rumors swirl of the Fever playing overseas. Think London or Paris to ride her global wave. Speculation's rife she's kickstarting a golden era with networks clawing for every minute of her shine. She's unbothered, stacking milestones while haters stew. If her rookie year was this wild, year 2 might break the league wide open. Could an injury derail it all? Some say she's keeping the WNBA afloat single-handedly. A scary thought nobody's ready to face. One thing's clear, she's just getting started. Caitlin Clark didn't join the WNBA, she hijacked it. From ghost town gyms to sold out NBA arenas, from ignored broadcasts to 93% of her games on national TV, she's the fever pitch nobody saw coming. Love her or hate her, she's dragging the league into the mainstream, bankrolling its future, and leaving the old guard scrambling. Is this the greatest era women's hoops has ever seen? Maybe, but one question lingers. If she's this big now, how high can she climb? Drop your thoughts below because this story's far from over.